Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Mehek, and today I see there's some disturbance. Fine now. My name is Mehek, and today I would be the Sadhaka Camps for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the meeting of Toastmasters Club of Storytellers and Legal Connect Toastmasters Club and Legal Stories Toastmasters Club. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention some of the ground rules that we're supposed to follow in any Toastmasters meeting. At Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing about these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. And for the offline audience, please refrain yourself from crosstalks. Please turn off your videos if you are stepping out of the meeting. Before we begin, let's take a moment for all of us to remind us like why we are here. That is the core mission of Toastmasters. The mission of any Toastmasters club is to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members and guests are encouraged to develop communication and leadership skills that results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce the meeting as open and hand over the stage back to myself as the presiding officer. With a huge round of an applause, let's open our meeting today with a lot of energy. Let's start our meeting with the members and the guests. First, I would like to take the introduction of our guests and would like to welcome them to the club. Let's start with Toastmaster, our guest, Toastmaster Mohit, to come up on stage and please introduce yourself, let us know about yourself, and introduce yourself to the members.
A very warm morning to everyone. My name is Mohit Agarwal. I am a chartered accountant by profession, having my working with a practice CA firm in Gurugram. Uh, I am 38 years old, almost 38 years old, having various interests in multiple things like mythology, uh, geopolitics, spirituality, and obviously very much keen to learn English and be very fluent and kind of gain confidence in speaking the English at the forum at large. Also want to be a kind of an orator, I would say. But yeah, I think that's a journey which I have started and thinking which I would like to, want to take on, want to challenge myself, and that's why I'm here. Uh, hoping to have a very good learning experience with each one of you and make good friends. Uh, each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohit. And I'm sure that you are at the right place if you're looking forward for your leadership journey, your speaking journey, and your networking journey as well.
Thank
Now,
you.
I would like to welcome the guest from the offline venue as well. If someone can help me from the offline audience to let me know if there's someone joining in offline as a guest.
We have Neeti. Yeah, we have Neeti joining us offline. Neeti here.
Okay. Hi, Niti. Can you please introduce yourself to the members and the guests?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm Neeti Arora, and I'm happy to be here and to be part of Toadmasters. And I'm working as an associate director, and my role there is focus on the pricing and the business requirements for all the products like air, car, and hotels. So it's a travel industry where I'm working for last since 20 years. I joined Toastmaster because I believe that like learning in every stage is important to improve our career and my personal development. And in my current role, actually, um in my current role, I majorly collaborate with stakeholders, many different teams. So I focus like that platform will help me to like grow my career, you can say that, yeah, career leadership skills as well as my public speaking skills. So I just thanks everyone, and I'm hoping that it will be a great journey for me on this new community that I have joined for. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Neeti. I hope you have a positive experience in Toastmasters and in this community. Next, Toastmaster Soumya, can you help the other guest?
We don't have any other guests here yet.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, everyone, for all those who have joined to gain the meeting. And now, special announcement that we have so many people who have joined Toastmasters recently as a member for Toastmasters Club of Storytellers, Legis Connect Toastmasters Club. This Toastmaster Siddhartha, Toastmaster Nadeem, Toastmaster Amit, Toastmaster Nancy, and many more to come. So give a huge round of an applause and I welcome you all to the community of Toastmasters. Let's hear something because I can see Toastmaster Nadeem joining in. Let's hear from him. How was his experience joining his first meeting recently? And if you want to introduce yourself or you wish to say something about the club.
Okay, yeah, sure. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
All right. So, well, thank you so much for giving this opportunity to speak. I would say, first of all, yes, I am a new member, and it's the last time I joined was like last Sunday. So this has been like a really good experience for me because last time also I joined, I found the vibe and the atmosphere here is so welcoming. People basically push each other, motivate, and kind of basically help each other to show and basically expand the horizon in terms of public speaking. That is a very healthy atmosphere which I don't have seen anywhere in the recent time. So that's why I would say that's a wonderful platform where everyone is supporting each other to basically evolve and be the best version of themselves. So I think on that note, I would say let's grow and basically let's evolve ourselves to our best version with the help of each other. And thanks once again for basically having me as a member here as well. So yeah, I would love to contribute and in whatever possible capacity. So yeah, thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. It's great to hear that your first meeting as a member was a great one. Now, with this, I have another announcement to make that is about the EC and the elections that we are going to have. So, we will soon be going to open the floor and the nominations for the different roles that are in the executive community. For example, the role of a president, VP egg, secretary, treasurer, and much more. There are 7 EC roles, and I would encourage the members of both the clubs to come forward if you wish to support and help in your leadership journey as well and want to come over to take over the leadership of the clubs. So we will soon float a message in the WhatsApp groups and we'll have the elections for the same. So I would request everyone, maybe you can connect with your mentors, you can connect with the members, and you can connect with the experienced members to know what these EC roles are and how you can contribute to these roles in your leadership journey altogether. With this, we open the meeting and we can start over, continue with our session. I would now first like to call on stage Our 2-minute speaker that she will be providing with a 2-minute speech. I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Monica to please enlighten us with your speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mehak. I hope I'm audible and visible both. Perfect. Imagine a child who is showing aggression, showing the tantrums because he or she is not able to express themselves. Have you ever observed them? Now imagine yourself doing the same. That sounds weird, but actually we do that. Let me explain you by means of connecting this child psychology with how we deal with emotions. Now, as per studies, the children who lack the words or who find it difficulty in learning the languages, they often show the aggression because they don't have that vocabulary to explain what they are feeling or express what they are going through. And that's why they show the tantrums. They would roll over the floor, they would shout, they would hit, they would do any such things, right? Which is beyond our expectation. Now, this is not misbehavior. Let me tell you, this is communication failure. They are not able to communicate themselves. Now, how do we relate with this? This child psychology we actually go through when we find it difficult to express ourselves because we lack the vocabulary at times or we lack the courage to express ourselves. We don't find our energy aligned itself so that we can explain what we are going through. As a result, it does not happen that you let go of this emotion, but eventually that starts building up. And we show that aggression by means of sometime as in a withdrawal, sometime as in a sarcasm, sometimes sudden outburst, which we really don't understand why it's happened. But it's because of what we have been holding back. So in a way, we really don't lack the word, but to an extent, yes, we lack that courage. Maybe we are hurt so deeply that we are not able to process that. And that's how the child within us actually starts suffering, and that child ego of us actually get activated and it starts to show the tantrum when the situations goes out of our control. How do we actually deal with it? My suggestion is to create that vocabulary on explaining what you are feeling rather than keeping it to yourself and then kind of outbursting it rather than expressing it properly. Now, claiming or even identifying and acknowledging that I am feeling disrespected, we feel ashamed for it. But the moment we align with ourselves, we dissociate the feeling of shame with what we truly believe. That's where our relationship starts to evolve because now we are kind of explaining what we are going through. So my recommendation is for all of you right now, just think about one that emotion, what that uh, situation in your life where you are actually struggling, that's actually causing a lot of tantrum within. Maybe you're not expressing outside, but it's going on inside because emotions never go unless they are processed. That's an energy in motion. So for a moment, acknowledge yourself with the hands on your heart and say, I am feeling frustrated, or I am feeling irritated, or I'm feeling disrespected. So whatever you're feeling, just acknowledge that to yourself. And that's where your emotion intelligence starts to evolve. And that's how your life as well as your relation starts to evolve. So that's my 2 minutes. And with that, I would like to pass on the stage to Soumya as a team order of the day. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica. It's so great to have you back. And again, what a fitting thing that you started the meeting. Welcome, everybody, to another meeting. I am the team mod for today, and today's theme is something that should be at least very relevant to all of us. For context, because there are some new folks also. Someone is outside. Could you let him? Yeah. One second, we just had a, yeah, maybe you can bring that. Okay, so for context, a month ago, we created a feedback form and many of the members filled it out. This feedback form was to know where the club is at, where your own growth story is at, and also to see, what are the ways where we can support each other's growth, and as well as the club. How can we get from good to great? So this is the meeting where I would review all this feedback that you all provided, and tell you that, maybe some of the actions that we are taking based on that feedback, and also would love to hear feedback suggestions based on whatever we discussed today, right? So let me share the club diaries, one of many. Right? You can all see that. First of all, I want to ask, why should we even try to go from good to great? I mean, it's a hobby for us. We're not getting paid for it. Why can't we just stay at good? Would anyone want to tell me why do you think this is even a good idea, or why we should spend some time on it? Right.
Why should we spend time on
Why should we try to go become great? If we are good, why should we try to go from good to great? Kanika?
Because we are here, it may be a hobby, but the basic idea behind Toastmasters is to help us improve our communication and leadership skills. So if we are here with that objective, we need to, wherever we stand, we need to improve and go from good to great.
That's
I have an answer as well.
yes.
Because my view is that good comes in the way of the great. So we can do so much more. We set limits on our own abilities, and that's what we are here to challenge and overcome.
Very good answers. For the online audience, Toastmaster Kanika mentioned that we are all here to grow. So why wouldn't we keep growing? It just makes sense. And Toastmaster Mohit said that good is on the way to great. If we just stay at good, then we're just putting artificial limits on ourselves. Anyone from online audience would want to say something? All right.
I would like to add that change is the essence of life. And if we want to evolve, if we want to kind of improve ourselves, we should continue on this journey in terms of improving ourselves from good to great, basically.
Agree, totally. Yeah, we should want to improve, right? So again, like I think all of you, as you mentioned, this is a hobby for us, yes, but it's also something that we are all passionate about. So if you want to improve it, we would try to go from good to great, right? Other thing is that if we don't do anything, then it's not that we'll stay good. We'll actually stagnate. We'll go worse. So even if we wanted to maintain the good status, we should do things about it. And a secondary fact, which is like an indirect thing that I think is that you may have heard, right? Like how you do one thing is how you do everything. So anything that we are doing here to improve ourselves would absolutely transfer into other aspects of your life. So with that, let's begin the session. Firstly, thanks a lot for everyone who gave their feedback. Huge round of applause to you. This is how we can actually know what to do. For those who didn't give feedback, no claps for you. Do better next time. But yes, thanks for the feedback. Let's start with where we are at right now. What is the overall, where do we stand as a club currently? By the way, this was a very nervous question for me to see that, okay, how do we really rate here? But happy to see that most people rated it as either 4 or 5. So in general, the club satisfaction is high, which of course is a positive signal. That tells me that, okay, we are at good. Now, how can we get to 5? How can we become great? So that's a great starting point. It's not that we're going from bad to good. We actually are going from good to great. And secondly, we asked folks that how do you feel usually after your meetings? And half of you all said that you feel motivated. That's amazing. The other two buckets were that learned something useful, connected with people. And those are great things, right? That means that we are on the right track. That's exactly how we want people to feel. Um, there, yeah, there's no one who said not challenged enough, so that's good that people are finding it challenging. There is one who's unsure to improve. Hopefully, we can help those who are looking for ways to improve in this journey. So that's where we are right now. I want to pause here, continue with meeting, and we will then get into the individual aspects. One around own individual growth based on again feedback, and the second for the overall club experience, how we can improve it. And of course, we'll end with some action items because that's how we grow. For any Toastmasters meeting, we have 3 sections: prepared speech, impromptu speech, and evaluation. So prepared speech is where the speakers have taken time to write down their speech and give a speech on a particular topic. This is usually for 5 to 7 minutes. And today we have one speech. Yeah, we'll share that in a bit. So that's a prepared speech section. Then we have the impromptu speech section. This is where we get to practice speaking on the spot. So as we'll see in some time, one of the areas that most members said they want to improve upon is speaking on the spot. And this is the section, the impromptu speech table topic section, that gives us that chance to practice speaking, thinking on the spot. So that's section number 2. Section 3, a very important section, is the evaluation section. This is where the general evaluator and the general evaluator, speech evaluators, and so on, they come and evaluate the overall meeting as well as the individual speeches. To explain what exactly the evaluation section entails, I will call upon stage today's general evaluator, who is Toastmaster Mehak. So Toastmaster Mehak, please welcome on the stage.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Soumya, for inviting me on stage. Good morning, dear members and guests. I am the general evaluator for the meeting today. Before starting with this general evaluation segment and introducing the CAC team players today, I would like everyone to participate in an activity just for a minute. Please hold one finger and try to point it out at the person sitting next to you. For the online members, I would suggest you can point it out like this to the screen itself. For the offline, you can please point it out towards the person sitting next to you. Well, now look at your own hand. What do you see? One finger is pointing towards the other person, but the 3 fingers points back at you. So do you realize that before we evaluate others, we must learn to evaluate ourselves? Because great evaluators don't look for faults, they look for the opportunities and for growth. And that's exactly what general evaluation session in any Toastmasters meeting is all about. To evaluate ourselves and to grow. And that's where the role of our tag team is being guaranteed. So I would now like to introduce my tag team who will be supporting me in this role. First, I would like to call on stage our grammarian for the meeting today, who is none other than Toastmaster Pranav, to please introduce his role as the grammarian. Uh, Toastmaster Pranav, you're not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, now you're audible. Yes.
Okay. Hello. Thank you, General Evaluator. My name is Tanav Sahani, and today I'll be acting as the grammarian of the meeting. I'll be noting down every single good usage of grammar and the ones which are not so good, we'll be looking to improve them. And for you, I also have a word of the day, which, when used by the members, you'll be shown a thumbs up by everyone. And I encourage everyone to use it and to show a thumbs up when the word of the day is used. So the word of the day is transmutate. Uh, it means changing something into a better or more valuable form, basically making it from good to better or great. Yeah, and I'll just give you an example. For example, the alchemists tried to uh, transmute metal into gold. So they tried to change metal into gold or iron into gold, for example, into a better form. Today, we also have an idiom of the day, and the idiom of the day is a cut above the rest. It means being a bit better than everyone uh, else, right? So, for example, his teachers always said that he is a cut above the rest. And if you use the idiom of the day again, uh, please everyone show a thumbs up, and I'll be noting down the people who use these idioms and words, and I'll be sharing the report uh, with the usage of these words, the good usages of grammar and vocabulary, and the not so good usages. I'll be sharing my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you, General Evaluator, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanav. I'm sure we are going to cut above the rest while using the word of the day as well as the idiom of the day in the meeting today. Well, now let's move on to our next team player. That would be Toastmaster Nancy, who is the timer for the meeting today. I would like to call her on stage to please introduce her role as the timer for the meeting.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, ma'am. I'm Nancy, your timer for today's meeting. My role is to monitor the time for all speakers and evaluators. Prepared speeches, 5 to 7 minutes, green color, green color at and yellow at 6 minutes, and red is 7 minutes. And table topics at 1 and 2 minutes, green color, and yellow 1 and 30 minutes, red and 2 minutes. And speech evaluation 2 to 3 minutes, green color, and yellow 2 to 30 minutes, and red and 3 minutes. Yeah, I will present my timing report during the evaluation segment. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nancy, for introducing your role as the timer. May I know that would you be sharing the timing cards through sharing your screen or by changing your background?
Yeah, I'm changing my background.
Okay, all right. So maybe we can pin you when the speakers would be giving their speech. Next, I would like to call on stage our counter for the meeting today, who would be Toastmaster Gayatri, to please come up on stage and introduce your role as the counter.
Thank you, the General Evaluator. Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let me tell you a small story. During my college days, one of our professors, he often used one word during his lectures. Soon we started paying more attention to that word instead of the lessons, listening to the lessons. Eventually, it became a fun game for us to count that word, how many times he used. And also, we gave a nickname to him based on that word. After I joined Toastmasters, whenever I see the counter role, I immediately remembered that incident and realized how the filler words distracting others, and how I admire how Toastmasters meeting is thoughtfully designed to avoid this. So today, as an counter, I'll be listening to your filler words such as like, and so, and also other overused words. Because these filler words can distract your audience from your actual message. So please be mindful about your filler words. I am here to count. One tip I can give to you all, if you feel a filler word is coming, please pause for a moment, think and continue speaking. Okay. At the end of the meeting, I'll be submitting my report when I called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you. Back to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gayatri, for explaining your role so well as the counter. Well, this was my CAC team, and we will meet you in the evaluation segment. Till then, be mindful about the time. Keep using the word of the day as well as the e-game of the day, and try to cut short on your R's and M's. Now, I will present the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Soumya, to take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. Let's begin with our prepared speech section for today's meeting. And for our first speaker, I would like to invite their evaluator to introduce them on the stage. Toastmaster Monica is the evaluator. Could I please have you to introduce the speaker?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Soumya, for giving me the stage. So today our speaker is none other than Mohit. He is, of course, cut above the rest as in a person, as in a human being. And today his speech is on the pathway motivational strategies. It's a level 1, project 2. And the title of the speech is Allyship in Action. While the purpose of the speech is for the member to present the speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply that feedback in upcoming speeches. So the title, I'll repeat again, it's Allyship in Action. Pages back to Soumya. Hey, Soumya, are you there? Or do you want me to invite Mohit on stage? Okay.
Yeah, can the online audience confirm if you are able to see Toastmaster Mohit as pinned?
Yes.
Can somebody? Okay. Let's do a quick audio video. I think the video check is done. Let's do the audio check for Toastmaster Mohit. Can you say, let's go from good to great?
Yeah, let's go.
The voice is breaking.
Let's go from good to great.
Now, can someone confirm? Yeah, you heard it.
It's better.
Awesome. All right. What was the title? Ha.
Allyship in Action.
Okay, I'm going to pin Toastmaster Nancy, who is the timer. All right. Allyship in Action, Toastmaster Mohit. Toastmaster Mohit, Allyship in Action.
Thank you. Hi, friends. To any given question in life, there are two answers. One is the right answer, and the other is the wrong answer, not the answer that I was looking for. Other guesses?
Alternate answer.
Right answer, less right answer, better answer. So, to any given question in life, there are two answers. One is the right answer, and the other is the real answer. Now,
Picture this, you are the VP education of the club. Your member
does not attend the meeting. You have given up hopes on him. What do? The right answer. Of course, he should attend the meetings. After all, this is for his own good. The real answer, that person is the only carer for his ailing father. That makes it hard for him to commit to meetings. Your mother-in-law wants to have tea served to her exactly at 5 p.m. at the same spot while she sits on her rocking chair. The right answer, she needs to be a little more flexible. The real answer, that's the spot at which she used to sit with her now dead husband and have tea. Doing that now makes her feel like she's spending time with her husband. Now, friends, are there any people in your life who make you feel irritated? They make you feel like they cause you pain, discomfort, irritation. Show your hands if that happens. I'm sure there are people.
We don't have to tell.
There could be people from your family, there could be people, your colleagues, and they could be even Toastmasters. You know the right answers for all of them, but do you know the real answers? Maybe you don't. And why don't you? Because they don't share with you. They don't share with you because it's hard for them to share with you those painful stories. Moreover, it's not their responsibility to share it with you. They say disclosure is a private and personal gift that someone will give to you. The onus is on you, not them. Now hold on to that thought about the people who cause you discomfort. Let me show you something. You know what this is? This is a bracelet of pearls. This is my wife's bracelet of pearls. Do you know what are pearls made of? How are pearls made? Oyster shell, exactly. But how? What happens is that there is an external particle, a grain of sand, that gets stuck in the body of the oyster, which causes it constant discomfort, irritation, and pain. The oyster wants to get rid of it at any cost, but it can't. Eventually, the oyster changes its mind and it accepts that external particle and considers it as its own. And that is where the magic begins to happen. There are layers and layers of a chemical substance that oyster produces, which covers the external particle. And doing that action repeatedly, day after day, for years, results in the formation of pearls. Now look at or think about those people again who are causing you all this discomfort. You have an opportunity right there, an opportunity to make pearls. Pearls of high-performing teams, pearls of meaningful relationships, and pearls of fantastic, grand business outcomes. But how would you do that? You would do that by doing exactly what the oyster does. By daily inclusive action, by being an ally, by considering them as a part of your own. Do I have your vote for becoming an ally? Okay, a lot of raise of hands there online as well. Good. Now, what does this vote stand for? The V stands for be vulnerable yourself. Only when you share your own stories of pain will the others become comfortable in sharing theirs. The O stands for open-ended questions. Like, how can I make it comfortable for you to attend the club meetings? And T stands for tentative constructs. For example, I have been noticing that there is something wrong with your schedule. You've not been able to attend meetings. Would you be willing to share with me what's going on? Doing this vote has a greater chance for them to open up and share with you the real answers. I don't yet see the timer can't come up. So the point is that we have a choice. We can complain about it. We can make it the biggest irritation of our life. Or we could look at the same external forces as our allies and make pearls of growth for our own selves. The choice is ours. When we will step out of this room today, life will once again throw challenges and those questions back at us. I will challenge you to look beyond the right answers and seek the real ones. Toastmaster of the day.
What was E for? V or D, that's it.
Wow. Thanks so much for that thoughtful and thought-provoking speech, Toastmaster Mohit. Let's take 1 minute for the audience to give feedback to Toastmaster Mohit. You can either use the WhatsApp group. If you're offline, that's easier, or you can type it on the chat. Timer, Toastmaster Nancy, can we have 1 minute on the clock, and can you let me know when that 1 minute is up? Yeah, I think the 1 minute is up. So yes, if you're still writing feedback, just wrap it up and we share with Toastmaster Mohit. Let's continue forward with the meeting and taking cues from this speech, in fact, allyship in action. This is what we will also try to attempt through these Good to Great Club diaries. Really understand what's the reason behind wherever we are and how we can get to a better place. So let me share my screen again. Okay. So we saw that generally people are happy with the club and are looking for greater growth. So these are the questions that we asked related to your own individual journey, where you're at, where you might need support, and how we can support it. So one question, the first question we asked was that what describes your best stage? So most people, like again 50%, want to improve their speaking. So it's either they have spoken a few times, want to become a stronger speaker, or they are a strong speaker and they like Toastmaster Mohit and they want to become even stronger speaker. There are a few folks also who want to take up leadership, improve the leadership skills. They want to give better evaluation, mentor others. So that's a good mix that we have here of the kind of skills that people are looking to improve. So the next question was that what is the current, so these are the goals that folks have. The question, what is the current biggest challenge in reaching your next level? Can someone take a guess what you think might be the most popular biggest challenge? Like the, yes.
For me, hesitation, that is
Mhm.
my thing that I know everything,
Hmm.
but sometimes I hesitate, like it's going to be good or bad.
Hmm.
Like it's not acceptable in that way. So
Right.
sometimes hesitation should be the stopper for my good to better level.
That's very, very on point. True. Toastmaster Niti mentions hesitation. Any other answers?
Well, I will share.
Give it. Yeah. Go ahead, Nadi.
Yeah, so it's basically we are our own worst enemies. So it's basically self-doubt, self-critique, and I would say our own self is our best and worst enemy. Yeah.
Right. All right.
Basically, acknowledging where we are and kind of embracing movements which we need in ourselves so that there is no doubt and there is absolute struggle. Absolute effort is put into reach the next level.
Can you repeat? The voice was not.
Audible now?
Yeah.
I'm saying acknowledging your current level and embracing the changes that are required or the improvements that are required. So as to transform it into a better speaker and, reach to the next level.
Yeah. Go ahead. Time. What do you mean? Explain more.
Not enough time to invest in improving myself, taking myself to the next level.
Makes sense. All the answers are very well. You all have answered it, so they should match the actual distribution. But yes, the biggest challenge that most people faced was nervousness when speaking impromptu. Um, of course, a lot of it is to, how we can improve upon that. One, knowing that it is everyone that is facing it, so we're not alone. I think that itself is a big, half the battle, because oftentimes we think it's only us. It's only us that is feeling nervous. I don't know what to say. I don't know how I'll be judged. But it's most people, as you can see in the club. So that's one. We are all in this together. And of course, secondly, practicing, making time, doing more of these repetitions, right? So that's one. That's the first. That's the number one. The second one, the second biggest challenge. Yeah, Nancy, did you want to say something?
My biggest challenge in reaching my next level is speaking English confidently, especially during speeches. I often get nervous when I have to speak without preparation, and because I am afraid of making mistakes or not getting the right words to over time overcome this. Yeah, I'm practicing every day, uh, participating in Toastmasters and taking every opportunity to speak. Yeah.
Yes.
If I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Actually, I'm attending a meeting after a long time, and I can see a great change in Nancy. Like, I'm so impressed compared to what I had seen before I took this break. She was really studying the words, but today I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That is what has happened in just such a short span. So,
Yes, actually, kudos to Nancy. Yeah. And I'd also like to mention, so I have the pleasure of having Nancy as my mentee. So she has been doing like not just Toastmasters, she identified this thing that she wants to improve the language, get more comfortable, whatever Nancy is mentioning. And she's taking literally every opportunity possible in her daily life to tackle it essentially, and clearly she's going a cut above the rest in in improving. So yes, really kudos to you, Nancy. Very, very well. All right, so the second biggest challenge is also something you kind of identified: time management, consistency in attending meetings, basically making time. That's the second one. And how do we solve that?
One
Again,
suggestion,
yeah.
like that I have is that sometimes this particular time doesn't work for us. We have another commitment or some other engagement, we cannot make this time. But that's where we can actually look at other clubs and attend there, participate there. It also gives us a new flavor of how they are doing it. So we just have to be a little organized to figure it out, and it is all possible.
Agreed. So again, for online folks, in case you missed it, Toastmaster Mohit mentioned a great suggestion that in case some timing is not working for you, you could try to attend other club meetings. So I think, yeah, that's hitting nail on its head, basically. It's saying that what's the ultimate goal for all of us here to improve our communication. Of course, it's great if we are doing it together in this club, but if it's not happening for whatever reason, don't try to not stop your growth journey. Keep the momentum going, keep the consistency growing. So if it's not in this club, perhaps you could try other clubs or other avenues as well, apart from Toastmasters, where you can continue to practice taking on challenges. All right. So then of course there are some other challenges which are more, I guess, case by case, and hopefully please reach out to us wherever we can help you on that. Active listening, better articulation, storytelling, providing more clarity for roles. We've tried to do some of it that we could, but please do reach out to us if you would like more support. Okay, so then the next question was, how can the club support you? If these are the challenges, nervousness, making time, active listening, so on and so forth, what are the ways that we can support you? So, of course, the crowd favorites, as you can see, the topmost is mentorship, coaching. And we have started that program along that line. But the first is mentorship coaching, and the second, more speaking opportunities. So, yeah, perfectly articulated support through mentors and more repetitions so that you can practice what you learned, or basically just keep practicing. Of course, more detailed feedback. I think that's a good suggestion to all of us. We can try to include more feedback as we evaluate speeches, as we evaluate meetings too. Then, of course, some case-by-case things, accountability, practice sessions, coaching, guidance, so on and so forth. All right. Then again, since again we're talking about going from good to great, one part that I wanted to understand is that what are the new experiences we could perhaps bring that might bring either new energy to the club, or essentially how does it ultimately contribute to your growth goals, apart from the format that we have. We won't do it every week, but once in a month, once at some frequency, we are still deciding, we would like to include these experiences as well. Again, then here we see that people really want to practice impromptu speech. That's the topmost thing, impromptu speaking, in different ways, not just table topics, but perhaps making it more challenging as well, like audience is giving some random words and you're creating a speech out of it, that sort of thing. People would love to hear from expert guest speakers, and yeah, we would be working on that as well. And one thing that I really like, social outings. So we will want to feel more connected with the club members, especially because the club is hybrid, like a lot of us are online, some of us are in person, and people would like to socialize more. So even on this aspect too, we have been discussing that perhaps once in, again, frequency to be decided, but 2-3 months, we would like to try to have one in-person meeting, and after that meeting we either go for lunch or have some sort of social outing so that it's joined with the club. Yes, go ahead.
One point to add there, so we can definitely do more of that, more outings and all. But even the Toastmasters itself provides a lot of opportunities in terms of certain contests that happen at area level.
For the community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi.
I just wanted to add a point about socializing and more opportunities to meet, especially those who are in Delhi NCR. So Toastmasters itself provides a lot of opportunities in the form of these area contests, division contests. There will be upcoming trainings for the club officers. So district sponsors, organizes those trainings where top leadership helps in grooming the new leadership from at the club level, and it provides a lot of professional networking opportunity and socializing as well. So while we can definitely work on our own club level initiatives, but we should look at and we should definitely make the best use of these opportunities that district is anyways offering us. That's one point that I wanted to share here for awareness. Some of you are new, you won't know. And for the people who are from different cities, there is enough opportunities for interactions online also, and in your own local geographies. For example, if you're in Hyderabad, right, like we have members, so you could attend the sessions there locally, and then of course feedback to our own club how it happened, whatever the learnings, and keep your VP education informed so that they can keep your progress also monitored there if you're attending those. So yeah, that's the point that I wanted to add. Yeah, back to you, Soumya. Thank you.
Thanks for that suggestion again. So yeah, I think working both internally and also looking outside opportunities, those make them. And again, as Toastmaster Mehek had mentioned earlier, the EC nominations are happening. So if you would like to contribute to this, add to this, bring your own flavor to how we can improve upon all these things, then please nominate yourself. Please, you can ask us about how these roles work. They are there's a supportive team behind it, so you will be, you will have all the support you need. But I think it's a great opportunity also to this way. Basically, do whatever you want to see in the club, make it happen. That gives you a direct path to it. All right. So again, I'll pause for now. Let's move the meeting ahead, and then we will discuss how the overall club experience as a club, how we can improve upon it. Okay, sorry. In the meantime, based on whatever we discussed, any suggestions that you have? One we received from Toastmaster Mohit. Any other suggestions from folks? I would love to hear. It could be things that we have already implemented also, if you think they are helpful.
You can ask something like, many people had suggested it to me.
Yeah.
So, a book writing workshop or some kind of.
Book writing workshop, yeah.
Because there are many people who have met in PLI and other places. When I told them that I'm not her, many of them, were curious. And from other clubs also, they said, if you have something like this, we would like to join. So, something like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion as well. Something like a book writing workshops. Okay.
Or any other
thing.
Yeah.
In fact, it's taking one step back. There are people here with different talents and very unique, like deep talents in areas. So if you don't know, like Toastmaster Kanika recently wrote her eighth book. She recently published her eighth book. She had a meeting, like a book meeting where she signed the books in Bangalore. So that's and I know that there are other writers also in the club. Toastmaster Mohit is a writer. Deepti is a writer. I think Mehek also writes. I have Mehek's book, and it's really, really creative. It's amazing. So I think there are so many people with deep talents within the club. It could really be a great idea to have them conduct a workshop and share their skills and learnings with the rest of it. I think that would be useful. And especially if any of this resonates with you, you would like to see it, please do let us know. Do let me know at least. You can find me on the WhatsApp group and just ping me and say that, yeah, this is what we would like to see happen. Yeah.
That's open book writing definitely is which kind of connects with what we do. There are several initiatives interest groups, because
Yeah.
Toastmasters, we call it club because you get so much networking done and you get all the resources which are part of the club. So there are multiple initiatives that are running, and we just need to
Outside
be
also.
outside
Okay.
within Toastmasters community,
Hmm.
which we can become part of. And we can, for example, I know there's an initiative that was running about improving our vocabulary. So they talk about this book, which is very famous. This is Word Power, maybe
Yeah.
the most popular one. So they covered the entire book in, say, 20 sessions. So things like those.
Right. Book clubs, that's
Exactly, yeah.
right.
So from our side, as a club, we can make the members become aware of that, whatever we know, and then individually, whatever interests you more,
Yeah.
you can join that.
Right, I think, yes, Mehak?
Yes, I also have one suggestion. I think for the people who are working for social outings with club members, they can also cry out coming to the offline meetings at the offline venue. I think that also becomes a social outing for everyone who have voted for. So maybe if you are in Delhi, NCR, you can try coming to the hybrid meetings in Gurgaon itself. That becomes a social outing otherwise.
Yeah. True,
That's all.
something for simple to do. Yeah, I think especially if it's hard, I understand it's hard to come from Delhi. Perhaps one thing can be that you decide a day, that way, that this day, whichever works for most people, and that particular meeting you'll make it in person. That way you will have most people, like as many people as you can have of the club joining in, and it wouldn't feel like, it might feel more worth your time too if you're traveling from that far. So yeah, definitely.
And we could have lunch then.
Yes, and the day you do that, the day Delhi people come here, we'll have lunch, and lunch yeah, Gurgaon people will sponsor it. So, so come here. We would love to see you in person. Mhm. Um, all right, yes. So in case people missed, Toastmaster mentioned that there are different interest groups also outside within the whole Toastmasters fraternity, or in the other areas in the region as well. So that's another thing that you can take a look at for many avenues for improving or even getting into any field, any skill that you want to just reach out. All right. Let's move on to our impromptu speaking section. Let's quickly act on the first part, the first challenge, which is speaking impromptu that most people felt. And for that, I would like to call upon stage the table topics master, who is Toastmaster Jaydeep.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, everyone. So today I'm Jaideep Khare, and today I'm responsible to conduct a table topic session. So table topic session is one of the most interesting and exciting session in any Toastmaster meetings, because this session gives the opportunity to everyone, whether they are guests or they are the Toastmaster members, they can participate. Table topic is basically an impromptu session where I will give one topic, and the person, whether he's a guest or Toastmaster, he can take this topic and he can speak between 1 to 2 minutes. It's an impromptu session, so instantly you can think about a topic and you can organize your speech and then you can deliver in front of the audience. So purpose of this session is that the people who has not spoken yet or who has not taken any role, they will get the first priority to speak, as well as guest also will get the opportunity to speak on any topic. So first I would like to request that if you're interested, then please nominate yourself by raising the hand or by digital participate to take any topic. So who would like to go first? Maybe I cannot see all the name, but yeah, if you raise the hand or you give any indication so I can understand. Okay, so from the meeting rooms, from the offline meeting rooms, I can see someone, although I don't know the name. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Hello.
Toastmaster Kanika.
Yeah, hello, Toastmaster Kanika. So, Toastmaster Kanika, topic for you. What is more important for success, knowledge or networking? What is more important for success, knowledge or networking? Over to Toastmaster Kanika.
Knowledge or networking? For me, it's clear it's knowledge because of the simple reason that you can't network if you don't have knowledge. If you're meeting people, you need to know what you're talking about. You just can't, be vague about something whenever you're networking, you're meeting new people. The only way you can establish a connection is when you have some knowledge about what you're talking about. And this I have experienced in my life also. Earlier, when I was not working, I would go into some social circles and I would feel out of place, mainly because not that I couldn't talk to people, but there were not enough topics for me to converse about. But as I started working and I started reading, because my job was that of a content writer, so I had to, keep on reading, looking through different websites and learning new concepts and writing about them. My knowledge increased multifold. I started to know about things that I had no clue about. Of late, I've been writing mostly on technical topics, and I know when I see my college friends who have, deviated into different lines, I feel I'm technically more aware than most of them. And so today, even when I'm talking to the youngsters, to the Gen Zs, I don't feel a lack of knowledge, and I'm able to network with people of all age groups. So my vote definitely goes for knowledge compared to networking. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kanika. Fantastic speech. And you have done full justice with the topic. And as you have mentioned, that knowledge is a power. And when the person has knowledge, then only he can interact with other people, and then only he can build a networking wealth with others. So
Thank you.
thanks for giving your input on this important topic. So just I would like to mention that Toastmaster Nancy is a timer. So whenever we are delivering any speech, we can see the Toastmaster Nancy screen. So she will give the signal, or she will give the card colors like green color, yellow color, or red color. So green color means when you will complete the 1 minute, she will show the green color, and yellow color whenever the 1 minute 30 seconds completed, and when you will complete the 2 minutes, they will display the red color. So next participant, who would like to participate? If you can nominate yourself. So it seems I'm not able to see next participant. So maybe then I can. Yeah. Okay. So I think Toastmaster Nancy. Sorry. Yeah, Toastmaster Monica. Sorry. Then I can take Toastmaster Nancy as the next speaker. So Toastmaster Monica is interested. So Toastmaster Monica, your topic is, if you could master one skill instantly, what would it be? If you could master one skill instantly, what would it be? Over to Toastmaster Monica.
If I could master one skill, that would be to be non-judgmental about myself more than others. Because what I believe is that at times, if I look at me, though I am evolving a lot, I have evolved a lot, but there are still part of me where I judge a lot, and that restricts me to be myself most of the time. And there are the consequences of it, that One, I don't feel good about it when I had a capability, I had all that talent, I could not perform. Second, when I am in a state of reflux, when I'm in state wherein there is a confusion around, I really am not able to state that well. Because the confusion has to be sorted, then it has to be through more conversation. But what I do is I start to judge myself. Oh, what would I be? Would I be judged, or how would I be seen by others? I think that's one skill. If I really could shut my brain at that point to be more judgmental about myself, that will give me a lot of liberty to be myself and express myself better, explain myself better. As a result, of course, I'll be able to add more value to back to myself and to others in my life, because I believe everything that we do, though we say that we're doing it for others, but most of the time, or 95% of the time, it is to satisfy our own aspirations, our own needs. So that's one skill I believe would transmute me to a person I really want to become if I can become non-judgmental about myself. That's one skill I really want to inculcate in me. Back to tabletop master.
Fantastic speech, Toastmaster Monica. It was thought-provoking speech, and really you have mentioned the very valuable point that we can stop judging ourselves, because every time some story is running behind our brain, and that accordingly we take the decision and we judge ourselves as well, whether we are capable or not to perform something. So kudos to you, fantastic speech. So next participant is Toastmaster Nancy. So Toastmaster Nancy, your topic is, if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? Over to Toastmaster Nancy. I think Toastmaster Nancy connection got lost, so we are not able to hear her. So then I can invite some other participants. So we have Toastmaster Nadeem. So Toastmaster Nadeem is, your topic is, if you could develop one habit that guarantees success, what would it be? If you could develop one habit that guarantees success, what would it be? Over to Toastmaster Nadeem.
Okay, so thank you so much, Toastmaster Jaideep, for this topic. So it's hard to pick one habit, of course, but if you basically insist on doing that, in my opinion, I think that the habit which I will try to pick is resilience, competence. For example, no matter what your level is, how you are doing, you should be able to compete with your own self. In my personal life, I have found that, this resilience is one of the most important skill, or I would say habit. If one can develop, he has short way into success sooner or later. Why? Because this helps you to improvise on yourself, and someday you will transmute to someone who you really look forward up to. How you can do that is, of course, pushing yourself every day, self introspection, and this way sooner or later you will transmute and basically try to go to the level where you can always look up to as well. So this way you can basically try to come out of your rut and your cocoon and shell as well. So that will be my approach towards, if you ask about one skill, this will definitely give you an edge, and you will basically cut above the rest as well sooner or later. So if I could adopt that, I'm still in the process of doing that. then definitely I would say this resilience and your ability to push yourself every single day to give your best version and your best self in terms of efforts is what I would like to say is the single most important habit. It's more important than attitude. It's more important that basically skill set. You may be gifted, but if you don't have the ability to push yourself beyond your skill set, sooner or later you will find at some plateau, and which will basically decrease your potential. So yeah, that's something I would like to add. Thank you so much.
Great speech, Toastmaster Nadeem. And you really mentioned the great point that resilience skill is a key skill which can be very crucial to get the success. And we can see that many of us sports persons, although we are more fan of the cricket compared to football, and we have seen that examples of many cricketers who who come back to career after not performing well in the many matches. So it's a great message, Toastmaster Nadeem. So
Yeah,
now,
Jadip, sorry
yes,
for the network issue. That's why.
yeah, no problem, Nancy. So now I would like to invite Toastmaster Nancy to take the new topic. So Toastmaster Nancy, your topic is, if you could change your career tomorrow, what would you choose? If you could change your career tomorrow, what would you choose? Over to Toastmaster Nancy.
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
If I could change my career tomorrow, I would change to become a public speaker and a communication coach because I enjoy learning, helping people, and sharing knowledge. It would allow me to inspire others while continuing to grow myself. And I believe that when you what you do, work becomes meaningful. Yeah, that's why I changed my career. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy. You have really given the correct answer and done the justice with the topic. That if you want to change your career, then you would prefer to become a communication coach, and I would say this is the ultimate goal to joining the Toastmaster Club to get the expertise in communication leadership qualities and other skills which are related to the soft skills. So it was great delivery by the Toastmaster Nancy. Now I would like to invite next participant who would like to join. So I think Toastmaster.
Hi, Toastmaster Jaideep. We have a couple of guests in the room, and we might want to invite them. We have Dave, who's new to Toastmasters. Dave, would you like to come and attempt the table topics? Let's have a round of applause for Dave, and we'll start with an introduction from Dave also. We haven't had a chance to get his introduction. So maybe you can share 2 lines about yourself, and then Jaideep will give you a topic. You have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Welcome, Dave, to the club.
Hello, my name is Dave. I live in Gurugram, and I'm a computer science engineer. And I'm
Thanks.
20.
Yeah, please. Please go ahead, guest Dave.
What brings you to Toastmasters, maybe?
Yes, one of the things I need to work on are my communication skills, because it is a very important attribute that can excel you in whatever field you are in. It can further your career, your life, the success.
Thank you, guest. Sorry,
Dave.
sorry, Dave. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, guest Dave, for joining this club, and we are sure that you will get benefit by actively participating in the club's meetings. So, Toastmaster, sorry, guest Dave, your topic is, if competition didn't exist, would people still improve? If competition doesn't exist, would still people work to improve? I hope you understand my topic.
Your voice is echoing, Jaideep, too much.
Yes, voice. I am also feeling echo, and maybe someone can mute himself. No, it's clear. Yeah, it's still little bit echo here.
I
But
think
I
it's
think you
coming
understand
back
my
from
topic, right?
the room only.
Hi, Toastmaster Jaideep. We are able to hear you perfectly fine. So I am not sure, is it echoing for anyone else as well?
Yeah, it's echoing here. So whenever we are speaking, we hear it back.
Okay. So let's try it one more time, and I'll sort of mute this computer. Or you could try now, Jaideep, if you could try now, I'll mute this laptop.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Toastmaster with. Yeah, I think it's not more echo, so it's clear, I guess.
Maybe you can repeat the topic, Jaideep.
Yes, sir. So, guest Dave, your topic is, if competition doesn't exist, would people still improve? If competition doesn't exist, would still people improve? Over to Toastmaster guest with.
I think it's important for competition to exist, because the nature of people is to be better than somebody else. They want to prove they are better in whatever skill they are, whatever skill it may be. And the competition makes you be a better person, because if somebody is better at something, you need to work on that skill, work on yourself to make you be a better person. That's.
Thank you, guest Dave.
I was.
That's okay. That's okay. We've all been there, so you did well. Thank you. It was soon to be Toastmaster Dave. We do have some other guests as well here. Jaideep, do we have some time to call them? We have soon to be Toastmaster Niti, who wants to come next.
Yeah, sure. Mohit, yeah. We can take topic if we have time. Yeah.
Yes, Jaideep.
Yeah. So, guest Niti, welcome to the club. And your topic is, success is more about the mindset, not intelligence. Success is all about mindset, not intelligence.
Sure.
I hope you
Thanks.
understand my topic.
Yes.
Over to you.
Thanks, Jaideep, for welcoming me over this group. And you have given me a nice topic that success is about the mindset, correct? Not about these skill set, if I'm understood correctly. So for me as well, actually, that's really, I also think about what is success means to me as well. And holding a very good position in my company itself, and very grateful. I'm getting respect within my organization, with my all team members, but still that give me on time, keep me thinking about that I'm not feeling that as my success, even though reason being, as you also just given a topic to someone else, like if competition is not there, it's how it feels. So I feel that every day if you're learning something, and I don't think like success could be stay at one standpoint. For me, if you are in a state that you are learning something and keep on improving yourself, that is for me as a success, that you are doing something with yourself, and that will help me to transmute myself at a better position, and as well as that will help me to cut above the rest. Success is not exactly the point that you can say that you have achieved a one position or a one level of your I can say, I'm not getting the word right now, level in your life itself, like you have just an entrepreneurship in your level. So this is not for a success. Maybe that you success means that you are peaceful inside as well, and you are doing something great to the environment, and all on a club means a success for me. Thank you.
Thank you, yes, Neeti. Jaideep, we have a couple of more people here. Would you like to go, Amit? I'm calling upon Amit, our relatively very new member for our club. Hi, Amit.
Sure.
I'll just come around. Hi everyone. Am I audible to everyone? So this is my first in-person meeting. I've already attended around 2 sessions before. That was online. So thanks all for giving me an opportunity. Yeah, please.
Thank you and welcome to the club, Toastmaster Amit. So topic for you is education versus experience. What is more valuable? Education versus experience. What is more valuable? Over to Toastmaster Amit.
Okay. Thank you, Chadir. What I believe is education would always be my preference as a fundamental, but we can also say that with education, experience comes in. But without experience, I mean, you can't lay on your foundation of experience without education. For any kind of fundamental skill you want to, you're trying to achieve a benchmark into it, I believe education would be the fundamental point to start your, that journey. And once you have that education level achieved, I believe experience will comes in, and education will always be the fundamental part of it. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Okay. So to the best of my journey, I believe, so I did my graduation from one of the prestige college in Delhi. I believe, I mean, the experience which I hold today will never be, would never be the part of my life until I've, been to a college which renders me a platform to gain that education. So education is something which I believe would be the fundamental, and experience will obviously comes in once you achieve that level of education. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, I think we've covered at least the guests and new members from the meeting room. I would like to give the opportunity to people online. I think Mohit, if he wants to go next, he can. But back to you, Jaideep. We are done from the in-person meeting room.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. So we have next participant is, I think, Mohit from the online room. So Mohit, your topic is first impression is the last impression. Is it true or false? First impression is the last impression. Is it true or false? Over to Toastmaster Mohit.
I certainly I'm well believer of that first impression is really a last impression. There is a statement that you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Okay, so it is certainly a case because if you do not end up turning or you do not end up presenting your best in your first case, in your first meeting or your first connect, then certainly there are like very, very lower or lesser chances that you are going to have that connect or meeting for the very next time. And that's why I believe that whenever we should go in our first, when we are going for our first meeting, first connect, or wherever we are going to have the first connect with a person, with any person, then we should go full throttle with all guns blazing. And therefore, so that the other person gets impressed or the other party gets impressed so that you get maximum out of it, out of your meeting or your connect. So yeah, that's where I am.
A great speech, Toastmaster Mohit, and I do agree with your message that first impression is the important one and crucial because whenever we build a first impression, it builds that psychological impactful image on other person that how much is capable and how is helpful available for the organization or some other team. And that barrier is then if first impression is not that much good, then it's very difficult to break those barrier which has been created through the first impression.
Right.
So I agree with you. So now I think if we don't have more time, so now I would like to hand over stage back to our TMD, Toastmaster TMD. So over to you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Jaideep, for conducting another thought-provoking session today. Let's move to the final section of our club diaries of transmuting ourselves from good to great. Share the screen. By the way, one thought that came to my mind as after what we discussed previously, that if people want to share their skills through workshops and so on, TMOD is a great place to do it. You can conduct a TMOD session on, let's say, book writing or speech crafting or any skills, or it doesn't have to be related to communication only. Maybe you can talk about something that you're good at and would like to share. So that can be a nice place to get started. It would also not be too much burden on whoever might want to set a brand new session up, inviting people as it is we have a meeting. So yeah, let's use this. Go ahead.
But just on similar lines, I would like to add that previously we used to do expert sessions. So expert sessions are sessions where we share our own experiences or maybe our own skills in a greater detail. For example, book writing could be an expert session. TMOD will only allow us, say, 10-15 minutes to talk about it, which may not be sufficient time. So we used to do expert sessions, which is where we have another window. Like Sundays, we do our regular meetings. We have Saturdays. We used to do 3 to 5 on Saturdays. And we would like do proper PR about it and get audience to come and attend. And you will get the confidence to talk about whatever you are already good at. For example, if there is a software engineer, right? So you might want to talk about your experience as a software engineer and it lets you test it in a safe environment. So we have all those options available. And just since you mentioned about TMOD, definitely TMOD, but also if we want bigger one, then we can use another like Saturday or some other time. We used to do Saturday 3 to 5. So I just want to mention that. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, good point too. Yeah, I think it comes down to how much time effort we can put in. So for things, if you're trying out, Tmod can be a good place to start from. And if we see that, yeah, that's a good response or people want to learn more about it as well, going full out and having an expert session is a great way to complement it as well. All right. Now I'll move on to the questions that we asked about the overall club, how we can, improve the experience of the club. So first question was, so there were 3 questions. What should we start doing? What should we stop doing? And what should we continue doing? First is, what should we start doing? The points in green are the ones that we have already made good progress in. And the orange ones are the ones that we are trying to get to green, basically. We are somewhere in the middle. The black ones are not something that we have touched, at least yet. So again, this should feel familiar because it's also related to the individual growth. The first thing that people wanted that we start doing is that we have mentorship program. So if for new members or in case not aware, we have a mentorship program where you should have someone assigned to you as a mentor. If you don't, please reach out to me. We will assign you a mentor. They can help you guide in your journey, especially if you're new to Toastmasters and maybe feeling a little lost. So yeah, that's the help. Then we wanted regular in-person hybrid sessions. So since last 4 weeks, we've been very regular, and I think we'll keep being regular, especially because we are seeing more people come in person. So that's a great output. Yes, the third point is that sometimes we want more certainty on the roles. There were people who mentioned that let's assign them early, let's not have last-minute dropouts. And the other oranges, yeah, start and finish meetings on time. Today, we are not going to do that. We're not going to accomplish it. We did accomplish it last week. That's why it's in orange, because that's another thing that we are working on. And yes, you can read the others. What should we stop doing? I put, okay, so the other answers also had nothing any, but here I thought it's interesting because it had the highest number of nothing any. But again, we do want to stop something that's not working out. First is delayed meetings, stretch meetings, orange, because yes, we are, again, as an example, we're not going to be able to follow it today. But that's at the back of our mind, we are making attempts to get better at it. And yes, last minute roles assignment. Definitely, if things are, we are trying to get better at that as well. A good way to do it is we have created an Excel sheet where you can sign up for roles in advance. So what that does is that helps you plan how you want to do your pathways or do your Toastmasters journey. And it also allows for role, like we know who is taking up what roles, and that allows us to spend our time on these new experiences that we are talking about, like workshops and sessions and so on. Then if we have all of this sorted, we can do it well. Okay. So what should we continue doing? Of course, all green, because if it's continuing, we won't stop it. 6 people thought that this is a safe space, it's a positive, supportive, friendly environment. I also agree. And yes, I think we should continue to maintain it, strive to keep this environment there. I really do believe that this is the one of the best qualities about our club. Personally, that was the reason I joined myself, this club, and not the others. Continue meeting despite challenges. I also think that's one of our strengths, that we have a momentum, even though sometimes it gets really challenging. And quality meetings and connections. All right. So to summarize the whole feedback, what are we going to do? Because we discussed many things. It's not a good idea to do everything, but rather focus on the points that most people pointed out and go one by one. Hopefully we are able to meet all of them and then move on to the next ones. From EC side, the 2 most important goals for us right now We are strengthening the mentorship program, which is why we need your inputs also, feedback as well. What's working, what's not working. If you're not assigned a mentor, please definitely let us know. I think, and from other clubs also, we have heard that this is one thing that really helps the members achieve their goals, elevates their experience. So even if you're iffy about it, give it a try. Like, try it 1 or 2 weeks. If it doesn't work out, obviously you can back out, but give that a try. And of course, we're trying for the in-person meetings. I think it definitely adds a certain element if we have more people in person. As I mentioned, we are trying to keep the meeting time in check, start on time and end on time. And the fourth thing is that we're trying to ensure that the meeting roles are there in advance. As mentioned, please use the Excel, sign up early. And the other three, they are in pipeline. As we have some surety on these four, we'll move on to these other ones where we experiment with different formats, have those guest sessions and social outings. If people start coming in, we can try to do that also for members, for everyone, because that's how we grow together. Sign up for your roles early. If you're not able to make it, please find someone else who can take up your place. But it's okay. Like sometimes things happen. It's also not a hard and fast rule. Totally fine if you're not able to do it. But just what I mean is that have an intent of keeping up with whatever you're signing up, or finding someone else if you're not able to do it. And connect with your mentor. As I mentioned, I think that sounds like that's one of those 20% thing that can really change our experience, get us to that, create that 80% effect. If you're not assigned a mentor, reach out to me. We will assign a mentor to you. Then yes, as Toastmaster Mehak said, please make it to the in-person location as much as you can come. That would also help improve the confidence. Certainly speaking in front of people is very different than speaking in a remote meeting. And we've already offered the Delhi folks who whenever you come here, we'll go out for a lunch and we will sponsor it, the Gurgaon people to come over. Yes, so since a couple of people are new, you may be feeling lost, like where to start and so on. What's the clarity on roles? So Toastmaster Mehak has created a page. It's put up on the website. So you can go there. Let me actually show it. So here she has created a roadmap. Like what, if you're really new, you start from here. What are the first few things you should do? Log into your account, choose pathway, connect with your mentor. Then what's maybe the next thing you could do? So she's created this nice roadmap, a 10-step roadmap, which will get you from where you are to even taking up EC roles and being a mentor. Of course, it's a suggestion. You do it however you feel comfortable with, but I think it gives you a good guideline. And we also have these scripts for the meeting roles in case sometimes, especially if new to Toastmasters itself, sometimes there is confusion on what the grammarian does, what a TMOD does, what different people do. So you can go on this link and there are sample scripts. Of course, bring your own flavor, but yeah, you can use this as a guide. I think it's quite useful. If it's not useful, we want to hear that as well. Please give us feedback on it. But yes, in the end, yeah, let's transmute together. Let's go. I forget the idiom, but that. Let's become a cut above the rest. Grow ourselves, grow each other, and really to elevate your experience. There's nothing better than actually growing yourself and others. That's the best thing you can do. With that, we conclude the TMOD session for today, and I would like to hand over the stage to General Evaluator, who is Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Soumya, for this wonderful session and for engaging everyone with the new members as well as the guests. I think this was a session that was well needed for all of us to understand where to start and what all challenges as a club that we have been facing, how we can overcome it in front of everyone. So I feel it's a great session to accomplish. Now, with this, I will not take much time. We'll quickly move on to our evaluation segment. First, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Monica to please provide your speech evaluation for Toastmaster Mohit's speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mehak. All right, to evaluate Mohit's speech, of course, it was cut above the rest. What I liked about is the way he started the meeting, the speech itself with engaging questions. And next, he actually gave certain examples. And I really loved about it. What I take away from the speech is that two aspects that he covered through his delivery. One is building up that perspective about others' conditions or empathy for others through those examples. Like how do we say good and what could be the better, situation, or what could be the real situation that we can't see. So that's one aspect that he brought us up. And then second was through that example of oysters, like how do you accept when you start accepting the flaws in others, that's where the situation starts to evolve. That's how that dust particle getting converted into the pearl itself was because of the acceptance of that irritation itself. So that was the beautiful thought provoking and then building up that understanding for others and acceptance for that. That's what I really liked about it. And this is the good part of it. Of course, just to justify as my role, one thing that I felt was a little off in between the speech when there was a transition from from that example of day-to-day life to the example of oyster. It could be because of the voice that was getting disturbed, because in the room I could see like when you were making the movement, there was some fluctuation into the voice quality. Maybe that could be the reason, but yes, there was some distortion that actually took me a little off. I had to, concentrate a lot to come back to the theme of the speech. That's the one takeaway. Maybe I would like to challenge you to see that how you can actually ensure that voice quality is maintained. Also, the flow is maintained when you are shifting from one kind of example to another kind of example. And to summarize, I even liked once you actually completed your speech, you gave us an acronym and you actually gave us how we can start accepting the difficult people in our life or difficult situation in our life. So overall, towards the end also, there was a thought-provoking question that you raised that actually made audience to take away something from those few minutes that you were on stage. Overall, a great experience, a lot to take away from that speech, a lot to take away from you as a speaker. So overall, it was a great experience to witness you on the stage. That's from my side. Evaluation for the speaker Mohit. Stage is back to Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Monica, for sharing your feedback for Toastmaster Mohit's speech. Now we will quickly move on to the evaluation by our CAD team players. I will first like to call on stage Toastmaster Nancy as the timer for the gig. Please share your report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. And yeah, today's table topic session was filled with amazing and knowledgeable topics. Thank you, Jaydeep, for selecting such a inspiring questions. And yeah, here are timings. Sorry, timings mention a compulsory. Yeah, colors.
No
Yeah,
need.
Okay. Kanika is green color. Timing also.
Yes, if
Yeah.
you can mention, you can also mention the time that has been taken by the different speakers.
I have only the colors, no timing. Kanika,
Okay, you can share that. You can share that.
okay. Kanika is green color and Monica also yellow and green. and Niti red, yellow, green. Yeah, Niti is great job, Niti, for making full use of the allotted time. And next is Amit, green and yellow color, and Mohit, yeah, green color. And as for my own speech, I was speaking at the time, so I couldn't track my timing accurately. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, my Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nancy, for
Yeah,
sharing the report.
Mhm.
Next, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Tanav to share his report as the grammarian for the meeting.
Hello, am I audible? Okay,
Yes.
so thank you, General Evaluator, for inviting me on the stage. Today we had some wonderful uses of grammar and vocabulary by the participants. There were several people who used the idiom of the day. Toastmaster Mehek, Toastmaster Monica, Toastmaster Soumya, Toastmaster Nadeem, and Toastmaster Niti all used the idiom of the day. Some of them used it multiple times, which is great. Kudos to them for that. And the word of the day was only used by Toastmaster Nadeem and Toastmaster Soumya. So again, great work. Now we come to the good usages of vocabulary and grammar, sentence construction, and etc. Uh, Toastmaster Soumya said taking cues from the speech, which is a great use of vocabulary and sentences, the construction of it. And then Toastmaster Nadeem used an analogy. We are our own worst enemy, which was very thought provoking. Then Toastmaster Soumya used an idiom, hit the nail on the head, which means to address or identify exactly what is needed. Then Toastmaster Monica used the words articulation, aspiration, and inculcate, which were again great uses of vocabulary. Then Toastmaster Mohit Agarwal used the quote, "You don't get a second chance to make a first impression," which was again a great quote. And then I noted only one not so good usage of grammar. So overall, we had a great meeting in reference to grammar usage, not many mistakes. And it was somebody said that I want to speak confidentially. It should have been wanted I want to speak confidently or with confidence. So thank you. This was my report. I'll be sharing it on the meeting, on the WhatsApp group as well. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanav, for sharing a detailed report as the grammarian. I feel that the work of the day and especially the idiom of the day was a hit for all of us. I could see so many people using it in the meeting. Now, I would like to call on stage our counter for the meeting, Toastmaster Gayatri, to share her report.
Thank you, the General Evaluator. I want to share my report. Able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah. Today, many speakers were cut above the rest. And first of all, I would like to congratulate the Toastmasters who were flawless with no filler and with less fillers. Toastmaster Mehak and Toastmaster Mohit, guest Mohit Agarwal, and Toastmaster Kanika. Yeah. So Toastmaster Soumya used 44 hours, 4 ums, and 9 so's. The total filler is 57. And Toastmaster Tanav used 4 hours. Toastmaster Nancy used 6 hours. Toastmaster Monica, in her evaluation, used 4 hours and 1 And Toastmaster Mohit, in prepared speech session, he used 1 hour. In table topic session, Toastmaster Jaideep used 11 hours, 6 so's and 2 ands, totally 19 flavors. And Toastmaster Kanika used 1 hour, 1 Toastmaster Nadeem used 3 hours, and Toastmaster Nancy used 2 hours. Guest Dave used 1 hour. Guest Nidhi used 7 hours, 1 like and 2 ands. Toastmaster Amit used 1 hour, 1 1 so and 3 and 3 and, totally 9 fillers. And guest Mohit Agarwal used 1 hour. This is my counter report. Sorry. Thank you. Back to you, DJ. Generally valid.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gayatri, for sharing your report as an accounter so well. Now it's time for me to share my report as the general evaluator for the meeting. First of all, I had the privilege of starting the meeting as the sergeant at camps and the presiding officer. It was a wonderful to welcome all of you. And then I passed on the stage to our 2-minute speaker, Toastmaster Monica, set the tone for today's meeting, encouraged all of us, and beautifully introduced what she wanted to deliver a speech upon. Following that, we had Toastmaster Soumya, who took over as the Toastmaster of the day, and I must say that she truly did justice to her role. One thing that particularly stood out to me was that she had taken this role previously as well, and this time she didn't just continue with the theme, she reflected upon it. She highlighted the challenges that we identified at the first place in the last session, acknowledged the improvements we have made since then, and also pointed out the areas that we are still working upon as a member, as an EC, and in the leadership team as well. That gave just not the continuity to what she has delivered earlier, but a clear roadmap for all of us and for the club as well. So a big round of an applause to Toastmaster Soumya, first of all, to bringing such meaningful continuity to our meeting. I could truly feel that this was a transparency, the line of transparency for all of us as a club. So I feel that this was really great to have in a Toastmasters meeting. I felt like as a club we have won. That this level of transparency is something that if we have given to the members, to us, and to the guests as well. So a good job done as a club as well. Brilliantly done, Toastmaster Soumya. Moving on, we had Toastmaster Jaideep as a table topic master. The topics he selected were very thoughtful, relevant, they were engaging. Like what is more important for success, is it knowledge or networking? If you could master one skill instantly, what would it be? I think these questions did not have a right or a wrong answer. They encourage the participants to reflect, think critically, and share their personal perspectives. So that's exactly what table topic sessions are meant for, to help us think on our feet while speaking from the heart on whatever we want to deliver upon. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Jaideep, again for selecting such meaningful topics and for conducting the session really well. I would also like to appreciate my tag team, Timer, our counter, and Grammarian. They did the job very well, providing the balanced feedback with encouragement. I have a few improvement areas for all of you. For the timer, Toastmaster Nancy, maybe you did a great job. You were sharing the timing cards, but by delivering your report, I also felt that you could have shared the timings the particular speaker has taken so that they can reflect upon themselves and can see that where they can improve upon. For instance, it's really great for the speakers and the table topic speakers as well to think and to reflect that how much time they have taken during their speeches. Second, for the R counter, I think Toastmaster Gayatri did a fantastic job sharing her report, a visual report as an R counter, and she did really well. However, I noticed that certain speakers had taken or have spoken the crutch words more than 5 times. So instead of representing it as 7 usage of this word, maybe usage of the word so 7 times, use of the word and 10 times, maybe we can say and take a limit till 5, and we can say that more than 5 has been used or something like this, so that it generally does not represent a too large number, and for the speaker to also be a little, underconfident when they are speaking like this. Maybe a cutoff point till 4 or 5 we can be taken upon. And Toastmaster Pranav, as the grammarian, he did a fantastic job. I would also appreciate if he could have shared the visual report with all of us to see, because there was certainly good usage of the grammar that was being highlighted today in the meeting. Otherwise, the CAT team did a brilliant job. Just a few areas where they can improve so that we can go from good to great. Lastly, I think Toastmaster Monica delivered a really good evaluation for Toastmaster Mohit. I could see that the evaluation was balanced in the CRC approach. However, I felt that whatever the certain areas of recommendation could have been given, they could have been in the speech. First, I felt that the maybe it was the volume that was an issue at times. And I would also like to cover this up in the overall evaluation for the meeting as well, because I feel that one thing that we need to improve upon is that I noticed like disturbance in the audio in today's meeting throughout. There maybe it's because of the two devices being used in the offline setup, or was it the mic that was being switched on for some of us in the online mode. At times it became difficult to hear some of the speakers clearly. So perhaps in the future meetings, what we can do is we can have this audio setup beforehand, so that both offline and online audience have a seamless experience. Secondly, it was wonderful to see so many people joining us in the offline mode today. Kudos to all of you all of those who could make it up. However, one suggestion would be to take once when the official meeting begins, we can go around in the offline room and can have everyone introduce themselves with their names. In online meetings, we have the name tags, so it's easy to identify participants. I think a quick introduction in the offline setup would help the role players, especially like table topic master. In fact, the team on engage members more confidently so that we can make interactions more personal. So two of these things, and I would like to conclude my GE session with this only, and would like to leave on you with a simple thought like if we can improve on these two things. Otherwise, it was a great meeting. Think that this was one of the very quality meetings that we had in the Toastmaster session. And goes to our Toastmaster of the day again for bringing such a meaningful theme for all of us so that we can improve upon our Toastmasters meeting going forward from good to great. And so that we can, cut, uh, like we can go ahead and move in a great meeting itself, becoming better communicators and leaders in every meeting. Thank you. I would now pass on the stage back to me as the presiding officer to take it forward, or should I pass it on to Toastmaster Mohit?
Or you could carry on, Toastmaster Mehak. I would be happy to invite the guests for the feedback if that is required from the in-person meeting room. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for the heads up. Maybe we can have the meeting review. And meanwhile, you can also share the voting link in the chat itself so that everyone can vote for the best role players. Meanwhile, I would like to invite on stage first guest Mohit from the online mode to please tell us about how did you feel in the meeting today and what are you taking back?
Hi. First, am I audible? Yeah, certainly it's hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are
thank
audible.
Thank you. So, certainly it's a very learning and very encouraging experience, I would say, where each one of us is learning, each one of us is giving certain kind of improvement areas to each one of us. And I would like to continue with such a growth. The biggest thing which I also liked is that this happens on Sunday and that too in the morning, and there is a possibility of joining through the hybrid mode. And because in my own this thing, I was trying to, kind of finding few more Toastmasters club which is near my area, but all of them are like very different or to a time which I could not, where I could not join. So this is the best part. I also feel around that this is the best, very, very comfortable time where I can, kind of join and, uh, you know, contribute towards my improvement. Yeah. So certainly a great experience.
Thank you so much, Mohit, for sharing such a positive feedback for all of us. And now I can also feel that it's such a great meeting to have on a Sunday in the morning and a possibility to have an hybrid session so we can choose if we want to go offline or take it online. Well, now we can have the feedback from the members who are present in the offline session. I think Toastmaster Mohit can introduce.
Sure, I would like to request Neeti to please come again and share your feedback with us. How was your experience today in the meeting? Thank you.
So, yeah, thank you, Mohit, for calling me over here. And I would like to thanks everyone. And it's our first session that I've joined with Toastmasters, and it's really great. Even though it's a very first session for me, and I find it like there's a lot of things I'm going to learn with time, and that's it I want to say. And it's really a great session, and everyone is participating. And I'm just saying, like in the future as well, I will be assigned with some roles, and I want to like participate the same way with the same energy. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, and we look forward to having you again. Would you like to share your feedback, Dev? This is Dev's first session as well, so would love to hear from him. Hey, please.
I also had a great experience today, and I think I will improve myself, improve my my skills through these meetings, and I'm looking forward to do more of them. And
great. Thank you, Dev. Wonderful having you. You will definitely gain out of this Toastmasters experience, just like I have and all of us have. So also, I think it was Amit's first in-person session. So maybe a few words from you, Amit.
So thanks, Mohit, for giving me this opportunity. Yes, I mean, I totally agree that the in-person session is very much impactful in respect to online one. So I really look forward to join more in-person sessions because I really like to meet and meet people around me and to this wonderful platform. So thank you.
Toastmaster Mehak, do we have any other guests who we would like to get feedback from? Nadeem has already been here for a couple of times. Anything you would like to share, Nadeem, that you haven't already?
Yeah, well, first of all, basically, I would say one thing that today, basically, I'm able to join this Toastmaster session. I would like to take this opportunity to basically give credit to one person for that. So he's basically Toastmaster Mohit. So basically, because of him, basically, I got the taste and the sweetness of how the Toastmasters appears to be. So yeah, kudos to him, and I'm so glad that I basically connected with him, and I got to know about exactly how the Toastmaster operates. So yeah, thanks so much for that, Mohit. On that note, and my experience overall, as per after joining it, is absolutely phenomenal. I love the zest and the enthusiasm people exhibit here because on a Sunday morning, that to show this kind of enthusiasm is a great thing. Everyone has their own plans, I know, but yeah, it's like we are still connect in our busy schedules and basically try to grow with each other. That's a beautiful thing. So once again, thank you so much for having it, and I look forward to grow and learn together in future as well.
Thank you so much, Nadeem, and thanks for calling my name out. It's whatever I've learned from Toastmasters is what I'm trying to give back and just follow the same culture of Toastmasters, I would say. So, for those of you who've joined as guests today, I would like to announce that we are having our memberships are open, and this is the best time for you to become a member and get the all the benefits that Toastmasters offers. If you enroll today, within June, then there is a special discount and some gifts also. So I would highly encourage you to consider joining us right away. Yes, offline sessions have definitely some additional or different kind of flavor and advantage. But I would say that we are offering best of both the worlds. If you can make it in person, then do that. Even digital presence these days is a lot of value for learning as a skill. So continue to join online if you are unable to make time for in-person sessions. And yeah, that's it from me, Toastmaster Mehak. Sorry, Kanika has something to share. So yeah.
Yeah, so based on the topic today, since Soumya pointed out that most people want to improve their impromptu speaking, I have a suggestion. I think we should have a separate evaluator for just the table topics, can give a feedback because that's the area most people want to focus on. So that was something we could.
It's a great suggestion. For those of you online, I'm not sure if you were able to hear, but Kanika's suggestion is that let's have a separate evaluation for table topics because that's one of the points that has been highlighted in the feedback that we have received. So definitely, I think as EC, which stands for Executive Committee, by the way, for those of you who are new, or the club officers team, which sort of works behind the scenes to organize these sessions. So definitely, thanks, Toastmaster Kanika. And with that, I would like to hand over back to you, Toastmaster.
Mohit,
yes.
Nancy wanted to ask something.
Nancy, sorry. Did Nancy want to ask something? Okay, go ahead, Nancy.
Yes. A link for the group TM club group. I joined that group. But I didn't see you like Mohit sir and or any other person there. So I also received a message from someone in that group. Sure.
Nancy, I was not able to catch exactly what you were highlighting. Which group are you referring to?
One second. Like foreigners group.
Sorry, can you say that again, Nancy?
TM Club of Storytellers.
Yeah, okay. So maybe we can connect with you offline, Nancy, if it is something specific, because I'm definitely part of that group. I'm not sure which place you're referring to, but definitely we can connect and sort of sort that out.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, and it's back to you, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. I hope that every one of you have voted for your best role player, and the People Choice Award will be finally be given on the basis of your votes. So the link is there in the chat, and the link has also been shared on your WhatsApps. So if you can please vote and fill this up, it would be great. We will share the winners in the WhatsApp itself after the meeting. Until that, I would suggest you all to keep joining the Toastmasters meeting every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. And if you could make it in person, that would be a great advantage to all of us. The offline venue is in Gurgaon, we can share the link with you and suggest everyone to please visit us offline as well. Have a great Sunday, and now we would like to close the meeting. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.